I discussed that there is no much difference between print and echo. Actually, there is some reverse which I mentioned. Actually, echo is faster than print, so better use echo instead of print, because print has a written value. So please use echo instead of print. There is a little bit processing difference because print returns some written value. Echo does not return any written value, so echo is faster, little bit faster than. Please correct this. Actually, yesterday I mentioned in reverse, so please correct this. Okay. And someone posted yesterday a question like examples. Yeah, when I share the screen, I will increase the font size also. Now we are looking at the document. Okay. Yesterday someone asked me about the resource example. A resource is nothing but whenever you are connecting with some database. I will show you the example. Are you able to see the screen? Can someone respond? Okay. So we are discussing about resource. Here, this resource is a data type. Example for this is here we are connecting to some database using some PHP code. Here connection dollar connection is a resource type variable where we are storing information related to some server's information and some username and password of some database. This server name is the resource where we are storing the information. Okay, so here dollar connection is resource type data type. Similarly, when you are connecting to some files, or if you are reading some files, that file information is stored in some variable. That variable is also called as resource data type variable. Okay, whenever you use resource data type variables, you have to close those connections. Whenever here, if you see this connection is there, it's mandatory to close the connection. Otherwise, there will be some data leakages and everything. So it's mandatory whenever you use data type resource, you have to close that. Is it clear? Yeah. So if you have any questions related to resource, please post me. And entering into today's topic, we are going to discuss about arrays. Before arrays, I want to tell about these selections and like in loops, whatever the topics are there in PHP that we will discuss. In PHP, we are having different types of loops like if, else, while, for loop, for each. There are many types of loops in PHP as in other languages. See, if statement executes some code if one condition is true. Example, if I will show you the example also. So I am assigning two variables here, $x and $y. I am checking the condition. If $x is equal to $y, echo hello. So what the output is? See, I just wrote the condition if $x equal to $y echo test. Here we are able to see the condition. As it is a true, it is verifying whether the values are equal, it is printing the test as the output. Similarly, there are different types of statements like if else. If condition is true, it will print the whatever the statements are there in that condition. If not, other whatever the statements are in there in else, it will print those statements. Similarly, if else if. Similarly, like here you can see the conditions. If $t is less than 20, echo you have a good day. This is the statement, just a single statement. If you go to if else, if condition is there, code of this condition will be executed, else the code in the else loop will be executed. If the condition is not satisfied, then else loop code will be executed. Example, if $date of h is less than 20 seconds, have a good day. If it is not there, else condition will be executed.
PHP.
Similarly, if else if. See, if the condition is satisfied in the if code of this if condition will be executed, else it will check else if this condition is also not satisfied, then else condition will be executed. I will show you the example. Have a good night. See, $t is less than 10 seconds, 10 hours. If it is less than 10, it will take have a good day. If it is less than 20, have a good day. And if it is more than 20, then it will go to have a good night. We will discuss more about this date function. So I am just keeping $t as some integer 23. So here I took t as 23. If it is less than
జడ్జి 10:30కి వస్తారు. సరే సార్ ఓకే సార్.
So $t is less than 10 if it, but its variable is declared as 23. So it will not echo, it will not execute these statements. Then it will go to the else if condition. So $t is less than 20, but still 23 is greater than 20. So this statement will also not be executed. Then it will go to else. Whatever the condition is, now this statement will be executed and have a good day, have a good night will be displayed as the output. So these are the statements like condition statements. And now if we go to switch is also type of conditions. Like when there are multiple conditions, this statement will be used. Like if you have multiple cases, example color cases is there. You have your favorite color is some X, but there are different colors which we have to recheck with them, and then exact conditions. So this is the example. See here, I declared my favorite color as red. Echo $favorite color is red. This will check the condition. If the favorite color is red, if case is the red, then these two will be compared and the statement will be executed. Break is the statement to exit that function, because if you want to come out of that cases, then we have to use this break statement. If without break, this will continue, it will loop. So when you execute this, I kept my favorite color as green, so your favorite color is green. This will be displayed. Whenever you change it to red again,
సరే నాని గారు.
there is some cache issue with this. There is some cache issue with this machine, so it is taking some time to reflect. So here your favorite color is red, because I changed my favorite color variable to red color. Any questions on these two statements? Any questions? Okay, before we enter into this statements or loops, I will how to execute this program. PHP is generally installed on some for PHP installation and everything we require like website, that may be Apache or IIS server or something else, and Apache PHP is required, MySQL is required. Are you able to see the screen? Now Are you able to see the screen now again? Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. See, for the PHP installation, we require Apache or IIS servers, that is web servers. Next, along with that, we need PHP and MySQL. Instead of individually installing, we will use some packages like WAMP server or LAMP based on the operating system we are using, and some other packages are there like Bitnami. See, Bitnami. If you go to bitnami.org, see here, if you search see here, this is the WAMP stack. If you are using Windows as the operating system, you can download this. If you are using some Linux, you can use LAMP stack, and you can install this. Okay, so I have already downloaded this .exe file, and installation is done. So I have already, as I am using Windows operating system, I have already installed this. When you install, these are the folders that we get, like Apache, MySQL and PHP. So when you go to this Apache to htdocs, here we can place all the files. If you want to change the path, it is again you have to go to php.ini file and we have to change the path. So it's better to use the existing path instead of changing all the paths. So in Apache 2, htdocs is the root folder path. Here we will place all the code. Okay, whenever once the installation is done, then it will go to the local host because it's hosted on our local machine. So I have removed all the files that are by default, like Bitnami index page and everything. So when you load this local host, you can check like http 127.0.0.1 will be the local host, or http/localhost. You can directly give the name also based on your system configurations, and this will be the file. Here I have kept this test.php file. If you directly click on this, this file will be executed, and whatever the code is there in this file, this will be executed and the output will be displayed. We can use like softwares like based on the operating system. OS. LAMP is nothing but Linux. In a WAMP, W represents Windows, and in a LAMP, L represents Linux. Okay. So for any, if you want to run any PHP program, then we have to see that all the services like Apache and MySQL are running. So when you install Bitnami, these services, if you go to root folder, you will see manager windows. Then you can see MySQL database and Apache web server running. If these two are up, then you can execute your program. If not, then you have to reset your configurations and everything, and you have to check what is the wrong with the services. Then you have to do installation. Installations. Any more questions? Okay, if you have any questions, please post. Then we will continue the next topic, that is
వస్తారు మేడం ఎందుకు వస్తారు
loops. Okay, we have different types of loops here in PHP. That is a for loop. For loop is there, while is there. Same as usual, in different technologies we are using, same is the concept here. I will show you the examples. I hope you have these examples, powers.php, dudate.php in that link which is shared. So for loop, this is the syntax, like we will declare the variable $x, some initiation of this variable, and we will see the condition. This is the condition and this is the increment, like an increment counter, increment or decrement, whatever the condition you want, you will place that. If this condition will repeat for 10 times, so see less than or and it is equal to 0. This many times the function will repeat, this for loop will repeat, and the value will be displayed. See, from 0 to 10, less than or equivalent to 10 is there. So the condition will check equivalent to 10 also, and this will be executed. If you want to change this condition, I am just less than 10. So the value will be up to 9. See, I think there is some cache issue, so the statement it's executed till 9 only. See, because we check the condition less than 10, it's not equivalent to 10, so it is executing up to 9 only. It is checking the condition up to 9 only. Similarly, we have while loops. While loop also similar to this for loop, but we have different types of conditions here. Different syntax will be there for while loop. Here we are just checking the condition, $x is equivalent to less than or equivalent to 5. Here we are not writing any counter, or you are not initiating any variable within this loop, within this statement. Here we are declaring the variable outside of this while, and we are incrementing or decrementing of this that its counter is written inside the while loop. This is the difference between while and for. So only the syntax will be different. So if you execute this program, we are checking the condition while $x is less than or equivalent to 5, echo this number, and we are incrementing this $x plus plus. This is post increment. So once the value is executed, then the increment value will be added as x plus 1. See here, initially this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Till less than or equivalent to 5, we are checking this condition. Now if you make us pre-increment, see if you see the condition here, only till 4 it is executed, because we are not checking the condition 5, it is less than 5,
కానీ అసలు నిప్పు
or we remove the equivalent, so it is less than 5 and it is checking up to the 4 only. This is how we write loop. Similarly we have do while also. See, do while, the difference between do while and while is whenever you execute the program with a while, this will check the conditions and it will exit program. But whereas do while, once the execution will be done, then the condition will be checked. See if it is the exam.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం.
Initially this will be checked, this statement will be executed, then the condition will be checked. See, now the number will be executed. Here the number is 1. After that the increment will be done, that is 2, and then the condition will be checked. Initially the value will be 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. So at least once, if the condition is not true, at least for one time the value will, this statement will be executed. See here I am taking $x as 10. Then we will check what will be the output. See, here the statement is executed for only one time. this statement is executed, then the increment will be done. So the value will become 11 while $x is less than or equivalent to 5, where the condition is not satisfied. So only for one time this statement will be executed when you are using do while. If the condition is failed only at least for one time, this before we start arrays, actually we have some examples that are shared with this tutorial. I will show you. Downloaded that. So are you able to see the screen? Can someone respond? Okay. So these are the examples that are available in this tutorial, which is already shared, I think. So here Notepad++, this is the editor that I am using here. Just this is a simple table. See here we write like this: HTML program, some complete PHP program, HTML header, head, whatever the title, whenever we run this program, that will be displayed at the left. Go to this. See here you are able to see the powers.php, right? This is the title of this page. Next table we have caption as powers table. In this table we are declaring headers as number, square root, square, cube, quad. And in this PHP code we are writing some for loop. See here, this is the initiation. $number is equal to 1 initially. $number is less than equivalent to 10. This is the condition. And $number equal to number plus plus. This is the counter, increment counter. In this loop we are writing that root equal to square root of number, and $square is power of $number comma 2. This power and square root are some functions which is already available in PHP. $cube is power of $number comma 3. Quad is power of $number 4 times. It is a power of 4. Similarly, cube is power of 3, square is power of 2. So once we assign these values, then printing them. TR, align center, TD. In this TD we are printing this $number. Initially, what is the value of that? In the square we are printing the square value. In the cube we are printing the cube value, and in the quad we are printing the quad value. Similarly, root also we are printing the root value. So when you execute this program, this will be the output. See, number is 1 because we are initially it is 1 and less than or equivalent to 10. Initially, so numbers will be 10. And the square root of 1 is 1, square of 1 is 1, cube of 1 is 1, quad of 1 is 1. Similarly, for all the numbers, this will be the output. Is it clear? See, whenever you would install something like a WAMP or XAMPP in your local machine, your local machine acts as a server. Okay. To run a PHP program, it is not required that you run on command line or something like that. You can run on command line also, but if you have a browser and its UI is visible, then you can run on this browser. PHP is very popular because it supports browser. So whenever you write some program, we can see the output in the browser. That is why it is more popular. Is it clear? Vijayanagaram campus, is it clear for you? Okay. So next topic is arrays. Arrays, similarly, whatever the language we have, similarly we in PHP also. Shade program, I will, I'm not sure, I will check with Santosh if it is already shared. I received some link from there, I have downloaded these programs. I'll check with them and I will let you know. So coming to arrays, arrays can be any type of it's a combination of integers, strings, whatever the combination we keep, we can make them as array. And arrays this is similar to other languages also, like Java, something else, C, C++. But here its very usage is very easy. Arrays usage also, it supports multi-dimensional arrays, hashes, same as usual as in other languages. This is also supports a multi-dimensional and everything. So here is also concept of indexing, hashes, key, value, pairs, something like that. So let's explain the execution process. I will explain the execution process once we complete this array, because we have already started. Please wait for a few seconds. I will once again, before completing this session, I will explain the execution process once again. So in PHP we have two types of array creation, that is like directly you can declare, see if you see this create numerical index, you can declare array 23 some strings. So by default numerical indexing will be applicable, like 1 is paired with 23, 2 is paired with this XIV, 3 is paired with Bob, 777 is paired with 4. Like this array number indexing will be there if you won't declare any key values. If not, if you declare any keys, this second example, like array $x, array x is mapped to xers, y is mapped to ytrpm. Okay. Similarly, we can create different types of arrays also. We will see examples of these. See here, this is a type of array declaration. $s is array of Volvo, BMW, Toyota. So whenever any key is not declared, it will take from 0 to next index, next key. So here $cars of 0 means Volvo, $cars of 1 means BMW, and $cars of 2 means Toyota. So if you keep one more variable, that comes as $cars of 3. Okay. Simply, this is the way we create the array in PHP. Array of whatever the values you declare, you can declare in that. See, there are many type of functions in arrays which we can use to get the count, length of the array. If we want to check any value is there or not, this type of functions are there in arrays. We will discuss on that. So unset function can be used to remove any element of an array. So if you want to remove any element in any array, we can remove that function, we can use unset and we can remove that element from that array. And array keys is a function which returns list of keys in that array. Okay, example, if we declare that second type of array, I told you, right, without any, with the index, with the keys, so if we define any keys and we value to that, if you want to get all the keys, then you use array keys, array underscore keys function and get all the keys. Similarly, array underscore value returns all the list of values in the array. Array underscore key underscore exists. So this is the function where we can check whether that key is present or not there in that array. Is array determines if the list is array or not. Example, if you declare any variable $x is equal to array of something, and if you want to check if $x is array or something else, then you use is underscore array and the return type will be either true or false. Boolean variable will be the return type here. Similarly, implode and explode, these two are very important functions where we can break the string into array and make the array into string. This implode, it will break the string, it converts an array into string. Example, if array is declared, array A, B, C, D is declared, then if you want to convert that array ABCD as a string ABCD, then you use implode. Similarly, explode, this converts a string into array. Reverse of this, a reverse of implode. These two are very important important functions that are used in arrays in PHP. What is the function? Which function is used for automatic updation in PHP? What updation? Can you be clear on this question? More clear? Data updation means database. You mean to say from backend if you want to update or something like that, or any database? Okay. Actually, PHP, I told you in last session that PHP is integrated with many databases like MySQL, Oracle, anything. We have multiple functions which we can use to connect with the database. We can update queries, we can write queries, we can delete information from the database. Many types of information is there. How can database updation? You want example? I will show you the connections and everything, how the database with MySQL as the example. Then you can get the clear idea how database is integrated with the PHP, what are the connections that we are using, how we can how we can update or delete or create new tables. All this will come into that part. Can we combine two arrays to form associative array? We can merge the arrays, like if I will show you the example also. We have functions for that. We can merge the arrays. See, example, one array contains one value and one more array contains one more value. If you want to combine these two arrays, then we can do that, and a single array will be formed. See, if you go to these PHP array functions, we will have more information on all the functions which are used, like here array combine. This is used to combine the values, create an array using the elements from one keys and one values array. Okay, similarly we will have merge one or more arrays to one array. See here, if you use this function merge function, are you able to see the screen? Sorry. Now, are you able to see the screen now? Okay, here array underscore merge, this is the function that is used to combine two arrays. See here, red is there, green is there, blue is there, yellow is there. If you merge these two, then the output will be, see here, from key is also assigned red, green, blue, yellow. These four elements are combined into a single array. Is it clear? So we can merge multiple arrays into single array.
PHP అది మొత్తం ఒకేసారి ఓవర్ యూ మొత్తం చెప్పేస్తున్నారు సార్. రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫండమెంటల్స్ దగ్గర ఇఫ్ ఎల్స్ దగ్గర అన్ని చెప్పేస్తున్నారు.
Can we take keys from one array? No, I think it's not possible. I have to reverify this whether it is possible or not. As far as I know, it's not possible. I will re-verify on this whether we can take the keys from one array and values from other array and combine these two. I think we have to use multiple functions. Anyway, I will recheck and I'll let you know tomorrow. One more question is posted. Is it clear on arrays? Prakash, College of Engineering, is it fine? I'm coming to your question, Vijayanagaram campus. Before that, can anyone from Prakash College confirm that? Any more questions on arrays? Okay, fine. So how can we read the input from the keyboard? See, I will show you this example. Whenever you enter some input, then that must be displayed as the output. I will show you one example right now. This is one example.
ఇది W3 స్కూల్స్లో ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్, అవి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నారు. బట్ అదే ఇంకేం చేస్తాం కదా.
Popcorn 3.html. This is an example. This is a HTML file, and popcorn 3.php. This is a PHP file. Okay. So here we are writing just a table. In this table we are just taking the information like a buyer's name, street address, city name, and the next table we are taking the product price, quantity, and here what is the price of this unpopped popcorn, caramel popcorn, next nut popcorn, toffee nut popcorn. This type of four types of values are there, and they have associated with some values also. So if you open this in the browser, See here, this is how this HTML file represents. Here we are taking buyer's name, street information, CD zip or something like that. Next, product name, what is the price and how much quantity you require. Next, payment method type, that is whether Visa or MasterCard or Discover, something like that. And if you submit this, then it will be displayed in some other page where all the information will be displayed. So I am taking this example as buyer's name as test, street as zip as test, and unpopped quantity as 3, caramel as 5, nut popcorn as 8, coffee as 10. So I am using payment method as Visa, and I will submit the order. Once I submit that, it is going to popcorn3.php. See, if you go to this HTML file, here we have the action, form action popcorn3.php, method post. Whatever the action, whatever the values that are there, that will be passed to this popcorn3.php file using post method. There will be three types of methods, that is post, get, request. Okay, post and post method, this it won't be visible in the URL, whereas get method, whatever the parameters you pass to PHP file, that will be visible in the URL. And request, this is like combination of post and get. This is also a very useful method. Okay, but it's better if you are passing any secure data, it is better to use post method. So now this, whenever you submit this form, all the parameters will be passed to this popcorn3.php. And if you go to this popcorn.php file, here you can see this $_post. This is a global variable, and from this variable you can get all the information. Unpop is you are assigning this unpop equal to $_post of unpop. Here in this unpop is nothing but this one input type you are taking, right? The name you are declaring here, this is the value where you are using here, $post of unpop. It is nothing but $post of here name, whatever the value you are using in the name, that value you are giving here in this post variable. Okay, so here we are writing some condition, and in this we are giving this quantity to price, and here we are displaying the total values. Okay, this is how we take the input from the this is how we take the input from keyboard and we display the information. Is it clear? Just go through this code. I will check this on the how you can access this code. If you get chance, you just go through this code. If you have any questions, please post. Is there any predefined functions? Yes, we have many predefined functions in regarding reading values. See, for getting the values, these are the functions. Like when you post, that means when you submit, either using $_post or $_get, whatever the method you are using in form submission, using that you can read the value. Okay. We are running out of time. Is there any alternate for reading values? In which context you are asking? Like when you submit a form, you want to scanf? No. Whenever you submit the form, that variables will be captured in some global variables like $_get or $_post using the method, whatever the method you are reading, like a function. See, whatever the inputs you give in the using keyboard, that is some action you are doing. So that form action type will be like a method or method, that is post or get or some list. Based on that type of method, then you can read the values. Is it clear? Printf is there, but scanf is not there. Okay. So before we come to this session, I will just want to say the process once again. Just install WAMP or XAMPP. Then in the root folder, whatever root folder is there, in that root folder you place the code, and using the browser you just run that file. Simple. Install XAMPP or WAMP, whatever the root path that will be there in the php.ini file, there you check that, or in the htdocs file also it will be there. There you check that and just run that php file. Okay. If you have any questions, try to do this today. If you have any questions, please post me tomorrow. Then I will check that. Okay. And there is one small assignment. Just build some application type, like you need to enter student name, student ID, student email ID, what is the class he is studying, what are the marks that he gathered in some subjects like maths, English, some other subjects, some information like, and you need to display the information. What is the user student name, like whatever we have seen, right? Popcorn.html, popcorn.php. Similarly, I need that example form and the submission of the form. Okay. Tomorrow's assignment, please do that, and if you have any questions, we can discuss tomorrow.